So I was interested in going to Detroit, Michigan, and spending time. If I have to go to a homeless shelter instead of going to the Cleveland shelter, I was thinking about going to Detroit, Michigan, and spending time in their shelter before I can make it out to Reno, Nevada, right? And I was checking out the location of the neighborhood service organization shelter, where its new location is. Because when I was there in 2019, the main location was on 3rd Street in Jefferson, right next to the Jeffrey Projects, across from the Detroit Rescue Mission, where I first was introduced to the quote unquote Tippy Gang leader, unknown identity Comanche, driving a black Chevy Tahoe, who indirectly looked me in the eye and did not look me in the eye and said, "This is the one." And that's when my problems continued or re escalated to this day. At the time, the NSO, Neighborhood Service Organization on 3rd Street in Jefferson, it was a male and female shelter. You were only allowed to sleep in fold out chairs. I repeat, you only were allowed to sleep in fold out chairs. I don't know how many years that was going on for, human health risk. You couldn't lay on the floor, there was no beds. The only time you could lay on the floor is if you had a medical excuse from a doctor. So females and males of any age would have to sleep in a metal fold out chair every day. Swollen legs, all types of fucking problems. When I got there, what's it called? They allocated all this funding somehow to create a new shelter. I heard it was on the east side over on Gratiot. I never looked at the actual location of where it was until today, because I was contemplating going to either Operation Getdown, because I was at Operation Getdown, I think one day when I was in Detroit in 2019. Main reason was the distance on Gratiot from the downtown and the east side, and you had to leave at 6 in the morning. With that said, I just checked the location for the NSO, the new one. They allocated all these funds after they were gaslighting me like fucking crazy in Detroit in 2019, after they microchip implanted me. And before, during, and after they microchip implanted me and had all these, all gaslighted me with street theater actors and cars, through gang stalking. What's it called? I found out that the NSO conveniently moved their new location right across the street from the Operation Getdown in Detroit. Conveniently, directly across the street from Operation Getdown. Okay, that aside, I call the NSO, they're closed at 3 o'clock p.m. today. And then I try to call Operation Getdown. Operation Getdown, as of, I think, July of 2025, is closed its doors. I don't know, permanently or temporarily. Good job, NSO. Operation Getdown, I feel my fault for not reaching out to you sooner and handling this issue before you had to shut down. Because even though I spent only one day there, I respected your organization because I know it was a well-respected organization in the city of Detroit. So hopefully this video helps shed some light on some things on that issue in Detroit politics.